Y'all, hey, it's your girl, Miss Trina with Chat with Trina. Thank you for making the choice to click in today. I don't take your support for granted. Today, I am presenting GoFundMe is Not Insurance, featuring licensed Texas life insurance broker and dance instructor, Miss Teneshia Sunshine Melton. I want to say today we are having what I think is a very important chat. And it's about life insurance and amongst other things, but life insurance for sure. I had saw this thing somewhere else, and so I just thought it was perfect for how my mind thinks. GoFundMe is not life insurance. It is not. And so it's really important that we not leave this burden on our families and friends when it comes to that. And I say that not to be mean. I actually just had this conversation with someone before we got on. But my guest today is Teneshia Sunshine Melton, who is a life insurance broker, a dance instructor, and she's the mommy of, is it Makai?
Yes, it is.
That so much. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to come on here and talk about something very important.
Very, very important. I think sometimes people take it for granted, and then when something happens, we all are panicking and doing those GoFundMe's. Well, first, I want to ask you a little bit about you. Oh, first, happy pre-birthday.
Thank you.
It's Sunday, Mother's Day.
Yes, it is.
That is crazy. That is a good. And what may also be lucky is in the future when your son graduates, Mother's Day tends to fall with graduation. It's so crazy. Yeah, right.
We'll probably do a Mother's Day and graduation party.
Exactly. Mother's Day, birthday, graduation,
all of it in one.
That was, and I don't know how that felt that way, but it does. And I think that is so cool.
Yes, it is a blessing.
Sunshine, where did you get that nickname? Did you make that up, or did someone give you that?
So actually, people always tell me like they love my smile and things like that. And like my energy is just very bright. And my mom has a beautiful smile. Like I have the same smile like my mom. And so people are just like, they just kind of gave me that name. It's like, y'all are right. I do have a nice smile. I do have great energy. So I just kind of adopted. And so when I started doing my dance classes, because it's called Alter Ego Academy, that Sunshine is my alter ego. So
okay, I didn't know so is that the name of your classes?
Alter Ego Academy, yeah.
I love that. I saw you with a UHD.
So yes, I did. I went there originally for nursing. Mm-hmm. And that's my background is in before I went into life insurance.
Right. Mm-hmm. What made you detour?
Well, because COVID. So when COVID happened, my son was 2 years old, and working in the medical field, they're like, you have to get the vaccine and everything like that. But with my son being 2 at the time, they didn't have vaccines for children that young. And so I just kind of felt like, why would I'm protecting myself, but I'm going to work on the forefront of people who are dying, and I could potentially bring this home to my son. And, people's children were dying. So I'm just like, it wasn't a risk that I was willing to take. But I love helping people. That's what I always wanted to do. And just seeing people pass and not even being able to bury their family, just being on the forefront of all of that. It just made me want to be an advocate for people and educate them and be the one to change their family. So
definitely, because it is a definite game changer. Brothers and sisters?
Yes, I have. There are 5 of us. I am considered the middle. But I am the second oldest. So yes, I have 2 sisters and 2 brothers.
Okay. And some up, some you are.
Yes, I'm right there in the middle.
Dab in the middle. Gosh, how fun. So is it fun to have a big family like that?
Yes. Okay. I am a super family oriented type of person. People always are like, you're always doing something with your family. I'm like, yeah, my immediate family is like 20 people. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You got to accept is we come as a package deal.
We come as a package deal. So, yeah.
So, well, let's talk about your adorable little son, Makai. How old is he?
He is 6. He just turned 6 last month. Okay. He is in kindergarten. He is a typical boy. Fun, loving, adventurous, like he's smart. Likes to sing and dance like his mom. So
cool. I work at an elementary school. I'm the wraparound specialist for for an elementary school. And this is my first time working with elementary school kids. And I used to always say, I do not want to do that. I don't want these little kids hugging on me and touching on me. But I'm gonna tell you, after working at many other places, it was like, and I'm not saying I want to do this forever in elementary, but it was what I needed. Because like the first time one of those little babies came and hugged me, one of them gave me a little bell one time and said, Miss Laurie, I gave you this because I love you. I think it was something that I needed, they say God put you in a place for a reason and a season. And I believe I needed the love and affection that these babies give me. So I love it. So yes, you're a 6-year-old. I think when I thought about you saying 6, I immediately thought about some of the babies that I have on the campus. His birthday, he's an Aries. He was born on my sister's birthday.
Yes, April 12th. So actually, when he was born in 2017, he was born on Good Friday. So his birthday always falls somewhere between Good Friday, Easter. So we both have these holiday birthdays. So
which just makes it even more fun.
We just do it all in one. So and he loves crawfish. He loves seafood. Good Friday, everyone eats seafood. So we always do a big crawfish boil, and he loves it. So
when I first saw you on Facebook, I didn't see anything about dance, but when I started doing a little research, I was like, she teaches dance. And you teach Ray and Irene's studio.
Yes.
Yes. So how did that come about? How did you start doing dancing?
So I actually been dancing my whole life. When I was in high school, I was in drill team. So I'd done ballet, jazz, hip hop, lyrical, modern, kick. I just love dance. That's where my background foundation comes from. And so I like teaching adults. And I actually, after COVID, I actually was doing classes, virtual classes during COVID.
Oh, really?
And so that's kind of what like opened people up to like being like, maybe I need to go to dance classes. Everyone was stuck at home looking for something to do, get themselves moving. So I was doing those virtual classes. And after COVID, I was looking for a studio because I always wanted to have my own dance studio. But after not teaching classes for 2 years, I had to build my clientele back up. And there was actually like an audition to be on a tour. And I just wanted to audition just to just get myself back into it. Like, I honestly, I would have been surprised if I got it, but it wasn't about getting it. It was just about starting back on my journey.
And getting back in the groove.
Yes. And so I was looking for a studio space because I needed to film my audition. So when I went to R&I Dance Studio, because I live in Spring, and they were like, do you have a dance background? Like, what do you know? I'm like, yes, actually I am. And so they were like, yeah, we're looking for instructors. And I was just like, whoa, it was just like a blessing that I walked in on. Yes. And so I started my dance classes back November 11th after 2 years.
Gotcha.
So yes.
So
but I teach adult classes. Great. My motto is that I teach women how to be unapologetically comfortable in their own skin. So although I'm not trying to teach girls how to go and audition to be a background dancer or anything, I teach, every day-to-day woman and just to remind themselves that they're more than just a mother. You're more than just a daughter, aunt, or whatever other title that you hold. You are your own person. And that's why I call it Alter Ego Academy, because everyone has someone, a personality about themselves that they are when they're not being mom, teacher, corporate, entrepreneur. Like Sasha Fierce. Yes, which is why I call myself Sunshine. So in class, I am Sunshine.
Yeah.
So that's how it all came about. And it is a non-judgmental zone. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's all fun. I add choreography to, of course, get you moving, but it's all beginner friendly. You don't have to have any previous dance experience. Like I said, I don't care if you have 2 left feet. It's just there for fun. And once you're around the other ladies, then it's kind of like a networking tool as well. And so it's just a community of women. So
insurance, which is what our topic was about tonight. It's a serious topic, and it's a serious topic because we need it. And when I saw that tagline of GoFundMe is not in life insurance, I'm not trying to be ugly or rude, as I was telling my friend on the phone before we got on here, but it really does leave a burden sometimes on our friends and family. At the end of the day, we have to beg and borrow. I have 2 friends that just had people that were lost, and they had to cremate them after a certain amount of time. They couldn't get the money. And so I want you to talk to us about the importance of life insurance. Is it just so expensive where we can't afford it? Just talk to us about it.
Sure. So with life insurance, it actually is very affordable. I like to always talk about COVID because COVID affected all of us. I don't care if you're rich, if you feel like you're poor. I don't care what class you're in. COVID affected everybody in some type of way. And people are like, well, I don't need life insurance because I'm not going to die tomorrow. Okay, that's fine. But when COVID happened, no one expected that either. And so it left a burden on a lot of people. They didn't get to see their family members. They didn't get to have funerals. They couldn't come up with the money, even when it came that time for that. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like that was put everyone in a position where they were unprepared. We never foreseen that to happen, right? So I feel like once something like that happens, it's kind of a wake-up call to let you know that anything can happen in the world that we live in. And one thing about living, we all have to die. And it's a topic that we don't want to talk about, but it's the only thing in life that's guaranteed. So, you know, you might as well just go ahead and prepare yourself for it. And it's not expensive. You pay for life insurance with your health. So the younger and healthy you are, that's when you should be getting life insurance. So you should have it for your children. You should have it for yourself. But let's say you do have some health issues. Let's say you maybe were miseducated or, you know, didn't know that life insurance was this important. And you are a senior citizen age, which is senior citizen age is between 50 to 85 for life insurance. Not for you, y'all.
I receive it.
Right? Nothing wrong with it. Right. But there are, you might have some health issues, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be expensive. Me as a broker, I work with the A-rated, top 65 A-rated carriers in the state. So with that being said, it's not just a one thing. If you don't fit in this category, I can't help you. I can help you depending on your situation. I can help you depending on your budget. Not only does life insurance is for when you die. Yes, it's good for that. You can use it for your funeral, or if you want to be cremated, or however you want to, be put away. They also have a lot of living benefits. When you get life insurance, some people depend on some type of Medicaid to pay for like their hearing aids or their contacts and their glasses or their on-brand prescription medication. But life insurance covers that as well. So therefore, you're getting this bundled deal that's going to have a benefit for you while you're alive. Not only that, when you get a whole life policy, a permanent policy, because there's different types of policies. But when you get a whole life policy, which means it's permanent, it's meant to be kept for your whole life, it's going to be building cash value after 2 years. So therefore, that means, okay, you're trying to buy a house. Everybody knows that down payment, it sometimes can be a bit steep. Borrow from your life insurance policy. Let's say you need to borrow from your life insurance for any reason. This is what you pay into it. You can borrow from it. And they're not going to say like, oh, no, you can't do this, you can't do that. You pay into it after 2 years, it accumulates cash value, you can borrow from it, which is a great living benefit. A lot of people have children that are in college. You might need to borrow from their policy for that. And it's kept for your whole life. And not only that, you also have to think about, let's say there is a primary breadwinner in your home and something was to happen to them, right? So if that person unexpectedly dies or it's planned, at the end of the day, you want to have enough coverage to not only that it's going to cover a funeral, but it's going to cover your house, because you still have to pay rent. You still have to pay a car note. You still have to cover whatever assets that you have. Life still has to continue to go on. And so if you lose a breadwinner like that, you need to have enough life insurance to where it's going to cover those things. Because if nothing is in place and no one's name is on anything, this person has all these assets, these people are fighting over everything. Guess what's going to happen with that money? You're going to have to go to probate court. Probate takes a long time. Wow. So therefore you have money tied up that you can't even use. So now you have to figure out where you're going to live. Who you got to go live with someone else. Your life was just completely uprooted.
Right.
So things like that really do happen. And like I said, it's not a topic that people want to talk about, but it also comes with living benefits. They have a chronic illness rider. So let's say you had a heart attack or a stroke or anything that you could possibly die from, but you didn't. Being that you have that policy, you can have access to up to 50% of that face amount. So let's say your policy is $100,000. You have up to $50,000 access. That's for hospital bills. Let's say you have to go and be in a nursing home for a extended amount of time. You have that money. You don't have to go and try to, I call it rob Peter to pay Paul, because these type of things actually happen. Yeah. So life insurance is more than just for when you die. There's a lot of living benefits, but it also helps you to have to stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Right. Wow, that's some information that I didn't know, but I am going to ask you this. So we have, life insurance on our jobs. What is the difference in that insurance and like buying a policy? Is it, because I've heard people say you still need to buy insurance policy, life insurance policy. Talk to me about that.
Well, actually, that's a very great question because my job also is to make sure that you have what it is you think you have, right? Mm-hmm. Because some people get policies and they don't know that they think they're covered, but it's a term policy. And term policies are not bad, but it just means that you're good for as long as it hasn't expired. But once that's done and you're still living and you didn't need that money that you spent is down the drain. Wow. My job is to make sure you have what you think you have. So if you have something at your job that typically, if you leave a job or you get fired, that doesn't go with you. Those benefits do not go with you. That job has to, by law, give you that option to have some type of coverage. But once you leave, it doesn't go with you. And there are a lot of other stipulations with different jobs that have fine print that you might never have looked at. So, it's important to have someone like me
kind of thing.
Yeah, it's important to have a broker look at what type of policy you have. And then a lot of people have policies that are tied up with their 401k and things like that. So, which is obviously for you to be kept when you're senior citizen age. So it's just like something every situation is different. But what I would always say is just have something on the side. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch. 50,000 is still a good amount, even if you have a lot with your job. Because anything can happen. Like we never know. Day to day, we might leave a job or whatever. So it's just best to have that as an option.
Okay. What about so this is gonna be crazy. Getting a life insurance policy on someone. Let's just say I don't want to use my dad. Someone get a life insurance on someone. One time I was told you might need to get an insurance policy on this person just to have in case they don't have it. Then I'd be like, child, something happened to them. They're gonna be looking at me. I don't want them problems. Is that how that works?
No, that's not how that works. So obviously you have to know the person. Like obviously you can't go get life insurance on the man up the street, you have to actually know this person. But let's say that you went and got life insurance on an aunt or something like that, someone in your family. Yeah. You would get the policy on them. You would be considered the person who is paying for the policy. Your aunt or your uncle, they would be the person that's insured. So you would be the one who's paying, right? So if something were, you would list yourself as the beneficiary, and only you know that you're the beneficiary. So if anything should happen, of course, you would have to prove a death certificate and things like that to be able to prove that the person had passed and you are who you say you are as the beneficiary. And then they pay you out at 100%. And that's just how that works. It's really just that simple. No one knows that, you're the beneficiary unless you go telling people, I got a policy out on such and such.
In that same conversation I was having with a friend prior to our conversation now, that's what I was saying. I was like, even if not that everybody's rich or anything, but even if that someone's, out here in these streets, doing whatever, they don't have no insurance, you might as well go ahead and get a policy on them if it's legal, so that it'll save you and the family if something was to happen. Does that make sense?
Yes.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yes, you can always do that. Yeah, it's not illegal. You can always do that. It's actually a good thing to do because they're probably not going to get it out on themselves. And then you'll be in a GoFundMe situation.
Yeah, definitely. I've had especially in our dance community, I was like, everybody walking around here in these 25-piece suits every day, but then y'all looking at me with the GoFundMe. And again, no offense to GoFundMe, I think GoFundMe is a great thing. But we gotta prepare ourselves and don't leave, because it's such a burden on. I mean, you can hear it when you're calling to tell people, "Hey, let me know when the arrangements are," and they like, "I don't know when the arrangements are going to be because there's no."
We're trying to get money together still, exactly.
And that's just always sad to me. I'm making light of it to a certain extent, but it is the truth. I mean, it really is the truth, and it's very stressful. For not only the family, but the friends of those people. Matter of fact, a friend of mine, of course, I won't say his name or anything, but it was 3 months ago when someone in his family passed. And I'm asking him when is the ceremony and stuff. Ceremony, goodness, when are the services?
Yes.
He just recently, like 2 weeks ago, said, "Oh, the services are this weekend," but it was because They had to figure out
They
how
have
they were going to bury this person, which ended up
exactly.
being cremated. So yeah, so that's another why I wanted to do this. Do you have any other advice for us regarding life insurance? I really love the fact that you said there are some living benefits. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I did
Yeah.
not know
So
that.
that is, I mean, the living benefits and having what it is that you think you have. There's nothing wrong with looking at it and being like, okay, great, you're covered. And like, this is a great company. Like, there's nothing wrong with knowing that. But at the end of the day, I just want people to, you know, educate themselves. And if you don't know, then just pick someone's brain. You can definitely call me. I answer questions 24/7. I have no problem being, some people are like, well, what if I have this condition, or what if I have that condition? Like I said, everyone's situation is going to be different. It's not a one all, pick all, be all. Every situation is going to be different. I think besides the living benefits and just like I said, having one person in the home making most of the money, another good thing about knowing how much coverage you need, because some people only the amount of coverage they need off of burial. And they're like, okay, well, I don't care. When I die, they can figure it out. They can bury me in the backyard. They make like funny things like that.
Yeah.
But like, really,
I'm
we can't
gone
do
in.
that.
I've heard them say that. I'm gone in. So
Yes.
yeah.
So really, you want to make sure that if you are the main breadwinner in your home, or let's even say that you have your own business, so you don't have benefits from a job, you're an independent contractor, you need to have that life insurance because that's what you're going to be paying into at the end of the day. And they also have policies that work. It's not a 401k, but it works like a retirement for you that accumulates cash value flow for you so that you can live off of that you pay into. But it's not a 401k, not to be mistaken as one, but there are policies that build like that for people who want to, it's called the Index Universal Life. So I would always, so that if you have your own business, or if you're an independent contractor, it's important for you to have some type of life insurance. And for people, like if you're the only breadwinner in your home, how you choose, how you can decide how much coverage you need. It's based off of your mortgage, how much you pay monthly, what's in your savings. Do you have children that are in college? What is their tuition? So it's pretty much you putting all of these finances that you don't think about and timesing that by, I think it's 7. I have the form, don't worry. If you come to me, I will have that form for you to fill out.
Right.
It kind of gives you that ballpark amount because you don't think about that. You don't think about any of that. So it gives you this, okay, I need $100,000. I need $250,000. So then therefore, if I'm like, okay, well, for $250,000 worth of coverage, that's going to be $250 a month. This is not the price. I'm just hypothetically speaking. You're going to want to pay that. It's no longer going to be, oh, I can't afford that, because you're going to know that if I don't, I could be letting my family down and they could lose everything. So you're going to go find money for that. Just how we find everything else that we want. You're going to go find that money. It's going to put things in perspective for you.
Definitely. I like that.
And if something was to happen to you, like I said, if there was anything that was to happen to you and you didn't die, and you have to be at home for an extended amount of time, especially if you yourself, those bills are still going to need to get paid. So you need to know how much money you make, you're going to need if you weren't able to work, which is your living benefit. So those are like the most important things that I could give, because that has nothing to do with age. Life insurance is not just for senior citizens. It's for everybody. And you can have as many policies as you want. You might be in one tax bracket 1 year, and 5 years later, you might be in a different tax bracket. So you're like, oh, I just need this much more. You can always get more. You can have as many policies as you want. So it's really like no excuse.
No excuse. I think about when I was young, my grandmother having this little mailbox thing they used to keep with all their little bills in it.
Yes.
Having a little insurance thing in there, or the insurance man is coming to get it in. So I remember hearing those terms.
Yes.
I'm talking about this billboard.
Yes.
Wow, how exciting.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Okay, so It's crazy. The story behind that, like I said, the opportunities that I have been able to have literally just been a tailor-made blessing from God. I was actually looking for a marketing team because I do my life insurance independently. So, and I've been doing that for a year. So it's hard just to use social media, word of mouth. You need a team when you're trying to build. Right. And I didn't know anyone. So one day I was running out of gas and I was like, I have to stop at this gas station. And I stopped.
Oh, you mean run out of gas, literally gas?
Yes, I was literally
like energy.
Well, well, in this case, I was running out of gas for my car. and there was traffic time and I was like, I have to stop. And it was like this kind of sketchy gas station. And I was just like, okay, let me hurry up and get in now. So this guy, he had on a suit, very nice. And he said, he asked me like, I had on workout clothes. So he's like, are you a fitness instructor? What do you do? I was like, well, I'm actually a dance instructor. And he was like, is there anything else that you do? And I was like, well, I'm a life insurance broker as well. So he like handed me his card and let me know that he's a marketing consultant. So I ended up having an appointment with him, and he does billboards. He does marketing, just like for small businesses. Yeah. It's a Black-owned business, so he helps small business owners be able to expand. And so he pretty much got this marketing plan together for me for both of my businesses. And yeah, the billboard was something that I had put on my 2023 manifestation board. Yeah. And I didn't know how it was going to come about, because when you think about billboard, you're like, how am I going to afford that one? But God put me in position to be able to not only one, afford it, but to be in contact with the people and be able to network for both of my businesses. So it was just a blessing that was able to come to me for my business. So,
the day I saw you post, I was like, oh, look at her. So
yes.
Cool. I know that was really, has your son seen it?
Yes. So we went to go see the billboard.
I know he loved that. He was so like, look at mommy.
Yes. Look at my mom. Exactly. I think that was like the most proudest moment for me, is just wanting my son to know that whatever you choose in life, just go hard at it. And you can have that same moment that look at me, I did that. And I was just happy to have that moment and my son to see me do something big.
Definitely. Talk to us about how to find you, how to get in touch with you.
Yes. So my Instagram is where I mostly put all of my like dance stuff, y'all. Instagram, I have a bigger following, and that's when I started. I started my Instagram 2012. So it's no offense to Facebook. I love Facebook too, but Facebook is just more business for me. Right. And Instagram just has a different platform for my dance. So for my Instagram, it's at Little Miss LITTLEMS_sunshine. And my business page is at Alter Ego Academy. So yeah, those are my two platforms where I normally post about my dance classes and my life insurance. So yeah, y'all come to class. My birthday class I have class every Friday at 8 p.m. at R&I Dance Studio. And you don't have to sign up. You just show up, because I'm there every Friday. And this month is just my birthday class. Classes. So from when I started in November till now, I brought back all the favorites. So all of those are featured this month. But this coming Friday is my birthday class. So if you can come and make it, I would love that.
And what do we need to wear? Like, we wear just regular workout stuff.
So I tell ladies, you can be as comfortable or as sexy as you would like. Some ladies wear heels, some ladies don't. Some ladies wear workout, some women wear lingerie. Like I said, because it's your alter ego, you come and be unapologetically comfortable in your skin.
So do you have some ladies that come in their little workout clothes all covered, then like 3 weeks later they come in
not even 3 weeks, literally by the end of class. They can't get out the mirror. They want to keep running it. And then after that, they want to tell a friend to keep coming. So I love it. So
that is too funny. I'm like, I can see it. She come in as Clark Kent, the woman, Miss Clark Kent. Then she goes out as Superwoman. Yeah.
And exactly. And that is exactly how I do. I love to see it. I love to see the ladies in the mirror and they just can't get out of it. And
building their confidence.
Yes, it's building their confidence. That's exactly what I love.
Definitely. Well, I want to thank you. If you have any last thoughts or anything that you want to mention before we roll out.
Well, if you want to get with me with for the life insurance, I do referrals. I do a free policy review. And like I said, if there's any questions that you have, you can message me on Instagram, which is at @littlemiss_sunshine, or you can message me on Facebook, which is Teneshia Sunshine Melton, or you can send me an email at tmelt821@yahoo.com. And I will answer you.
Well, there, look, y'all, there's no excuse. She gave you
None.
all her business, so you can find
Yes.
her.
And
So-
I come to you too. You set an appointment, and I'm
definitely.
there. I'm there.
Definitely. I have the whole month of July off, and I think that's going to be a great month for me to do some of that that part that I need to get done.
Let's do it.
Thank you again for showing up. And I want to say, and it's Mother's Day weekend. Is there any special mother that you want to say, give a shout out to before we end?
Well, of course, my own mother. I definitely want to give a shout out to her and just all the mothers out there. It is not easy in the world we live in today. And just to be able to wear your crown, wear it proud every day, not just Mother's Day. And let's just uplift one another, because you never just know what another mother might be going through. So I just want to tell y'all that I honor y'all so much, and thank y'all for honoring me as a mother and birthday. I appreciate all the birthday loves as well.
Yes. Well, guys, I want to make sure y'all check Miss Teneshia out. She is not my child, and I've just met her, but I am so proud of everything that she's doing as a mother too, doing all that, because it is a hard job. It's a hard job, but it's one that I tell people all the time. It was the best job I've ever had. The one that I'm most proud of is being a mother and working and trying to get, do my thing at the same time. But happy Mother's Day to you. Happy birthday to you. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna get over to one. I'm really gonna try for this dirty one, because when I saw that, I was like, give me like, that is gonna be me. So, but I was like, is it a line dance? Is it gonna be a cheer dance? Is it pole dance? So I'm ready. I'm ready. I gotta call my friend. And it's right off, guys. It's off of 45 and Sawdust. Is that where it still is?
Rayford.
Rayford. That's what it is. It's right off of the freeway. It's not off the freeway. And I love that easy on easy. I was taking West Coast from them for a quick second. Right before, it was right before COVID. And that's I was taking it. But anyway, guys, make sure y'all go to youtube.com/chat with Trina. I need those subscribers. I really do. Tell a friend, text a friend, tell them about me. And if you have a business or a hobby or anything like that, and you want to come on the show and let everybody know what you're doing, reach out to me. I would love to have you. And thank you again, Teneshia, for chatting with me tonight on the topic of GoFundMe is not insurance. Y'all check her out. Go to her Instagram page and check her out. Let her do a checkup on your insurance to make sure that you have the right coverage. Also, check out her Alter Ego Academy, Miss Sunshine. Make sure y'all check it out. Do a girls' night, birthday night. Give her an opportunity to help you guys come out of your shell and become Sasha Fierce. Thanks again, Teneshia. Guys, make sure you go to youtube.com/chat with Trina. Subscribe. I need 143 more subscribers. And guys, don't forget, GoFundMe is absolutely not insurance.